Hi YouTube, it's Carrie, Lady VSG, here with my week 13 update. Sorry this is so late. I mean, obviously I missed my Monday filming day anyway, and then I tried to make a video yesterday, and after 24 hours of trying to upload it to YouTube, I just decided to scrap it, and we're going to try again this way, because I think I figured out why it wasn't uploading, but we'll see. Okay, so today is July 10th, 2015. I had my VSG surgery April 6th, 2015 in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Ariel Ortiz at the Obesity Control Center. I highly recommend them to anybody who's thinking about medical tourism or going to Mexico to have surgery. Obesity Control Center took care of me. It was amazing. I cannot speak highly enough of them. So if you're thinking about going to Mexico, I highly recommend that you check them out. Let's see, so when I booked the surgery, I weighed 301.8 pounds. My day of surgery, I weighed in at 272. And on Monday, because I had my surgery on a Monday, so I still weigh in on Mondays, even if I forget to make my videos. On Monday, I weighed in at 224.8 pounds, so a loss of 3.74 pounds for the week, and a total loss of 77 pounds, which I'm really excited about because so at 300 pounds, depending on what scale you're using, you know, like the BMI has its flaws and everything, but I think we all know that through cultural osmosis, at least for me personally, even though I'm a nurse and I know better, there's still the part of me that's like, well, I know, like, according to the BMI, I'm 5'7", so I should weigh, you know, like no more than 150, maybe 155 pounds. So losing 77 pounds makes me really excited because that puts me over the halfway point for the amount of weight that I need to lose. Now, my surgeon, Dr. Ortiz, actually my goal weight from him is 180 because then he wants me to focus on getting my body fat percentage down to initially under 30% and then work on getting it down to under 26%. Because the day of surgery it was up at like 48 or 49%, you know, and in his own words, what's the point of, you know, weighing 160, 180 pounds if I still have 50% body fat? Like, it's not healthy. So I'm trying to not focus so much on the numbers on the scale in terms of my weight and focus more on losing the actual body fat, you know, and it is coming down. It's coming down substantially slower than the numbers on the scale are. I'm still hovering at around, but depending on, you know, the day when I weigh myself, around 44% body fat. So, you know, I've lost 4% body fat, which is, you know, an improvement. That means I still have 14% body fat to go before I hit that initial goal of 180 pounds and 30% body fat, and then start working on it from there. So, you know, we'll see. Like, I really want to be successful with this long term, and I think he's right. I think I do need to focus on getting my body fat percentage, you know, in a manageable range. But it's still, you know, like, it's exciting. Even though it's terrible, I'm halfway there. I'm at least, you know, at this point I have less weight to lose than I've already lost, and I don't know, it's nice to think about it like that. So it's still been really hot here in Oregon, which totally sucks. I'm not a hot weather person. So I've kind of been sucking at eating this last week. One of my solutions when I was shopping one day was to just stop in at P.F. Chang's and make a to-go order. I love Mongolian beef, you know, and you can find, like, they have protein options, protein entrees and stuff, and they're not necessarily, like, deep fried. So I felt a little bit better about getting those. So I got an entree. I felt a little ridiculous knowing that I was going to spend $15 on this thing, and I knew I wasn't going to eat all of it. But I also, leftovers don't bother me. Like, I'm perfectly happy to eat leftovers. And Chinese food tastes amazing straight from the fridge. Like, I didn't even have to throw it in the microwave. And I don't know why I cared about that, because it's not like the microwave really heats up my kitchen the way that turning on the oven or the stove would. But yeah, so I ate it for dinner that night. I had it for lunch and dinner on 2 other days. So I got 5 meals out of this $15 entree, so, you know, $3 a meal. I was like, yeah, this might be a good solution for me. I don't have to cook, you know, I can eat delicious food, and it was easy, which I really like because I'm kind of lazy. I also haven't been, I know, like, way back with my videos, I was bragging about my Tupperware egg cooker, and it's been too hot. Just the idea of like, not just the idea of cooking my egg, but then like eating a hot egg is really unappealing to me. So I've actually gone back to drinking the Isopures. They're cold. I keep them in the fridge. Like I said, the black tea flavor has less of that sort of Isopure aftertaste, that weird kind of sour milky aftertaste. And then I've been having one for breakfast, and then this one, like sometimes I have one for a snack. It's hot, and that way I'm getting not just my protein, but my fluids in. So, it's not the best solution. I would much rather be getting my nutrition from actual food, but it's convenient, and I know it's not ideal, but it is what it is. It's convenient, and that's what's going to work best for me right now. So, it was also 4th of July over last weekend. And so I got bumped up on my diet. So I wasn't supposed to be eating crunchy foods, and now I can. They just want me chewing really well. So, like I can have lettuce, and I can have celery and carrots and things like that now. Theoretically, I could have chips if I wanted, but, I'm really not supposed to be eating potato chips. Nuts, things like that. And they were, they said just introduce new foods slowly, make sure you're chewing really thoroughly, you really want to take the time to chew your food, because I was definitely one of those people that would just snarf down food and, like, barely chew it. So, so that's important for me to keep in mind, and I do try to, like, make sure that I'm chewing it, 30 times before I swallow and that kind of thing. But I did come across these at Fred Meyer, as an alternative to potato chips, and I kind of like them. And since it was 4th of July, I naturally went with the nacho flavor, which tasted about how I expected. I liked it, but it's, it's strange. But yeah, so it's basically like freeze-dried kale, so it's crunchy. I liked it. It was I didn't feel really deprived of not having chips and stuff. I thought this was a good option. A friend of mine described the texture as luxurious fish food, which when he first said it, I was like, well, that's kind of disgusting. But then, I was eating them, and I was like, oh, I totally get it now. Yeah, okay. And my little brother pointed out that you do kind of have to pick them out of your teeth, like it's kale. They get a little stringy. But I like them. I recommend them. I mean, they're more expensive than chips. But that seems to be kind of how it works, like healthier food is more expensive than cheap food. So, but those, I mean, that's kind of my little snacky things right now. In terms of how I'm thinking and feeling, my big sort of breakthrough this week happened on Wednesday. So one of my best friends is up from Arizona, and then our other best friend lives here in the area as well, and she is a member of this super fancy club. It's called Club Sport, so it's sort of like kind of like a country club, but like no golf course or anything, like a health and fitness kind of club. So it's super swanky, like they've got like a restaurant and a bar and like a big rock climbing room and racquetball courts, and like I'm a member of 24 Hour Fitness, and it's it's a good gym. But this is I feel like Lifestyle Center doesn't quite cut it, but kind of, like they do social event things. They've got the restaurant. They have massage places. Like it is fancy. So they have this great outdoor pool, and there's a little kid pool too. It's got a little water slide. It's super cute. And every hour on the hour, all the kids under 14 have to get out of the pool, and so like all the adults get up from your sunbathing chairs, and I can't even think of what they're called. And like everybody goes and hangs out in the pool and just like chills in the cool water for 10 minutes, and then the kids can come back in, and all the adults bail because we're old and we don't want to get splashed. But I've never been a lay by the pool kind of person because I've always felt insecure about how I looked in a swimsuit. Like even on swim team in high school, I would wear like our warm-up sort of tracksuit stuff over my swimsuit in front of other swim team members because I was embarrassed that, oh my gosh, I'm in a swimsuit, Like, we're all in swimsuits. It's swim team. That is what we wear. It is literally the uniform. like, yeah, it's a low self-esteem thing, you know, and a body insecurity thing. Um, but so we went to Allison's club and we hung out by the pool, and I'm sure part of it is just like I've only recently sort of realized, like, you can totally tell that I've lost weight, and like what a huge difference it is from how I look now to how I looked when I weighed 300 pounds. If I can figure out how, I will drop in a picture, but we'll see. Um, but, you know, and I still wore the same swimsuit because I haven't bought a new one, because I bought that swimsuit last year when I weighed 300 pounds, and I was like, it's the first swimsuit I've worn in years that I actually felt like okay in. And so, I mean, it still, like, it fits, it works. When I was getting out of the pool, you know, every hour, it's definitely like, oh yeah, it's definitely too big. The bottoms feel like big old saggy granny panties. But it turns out I really like just sitting out, hanging out by the pool and like reading my silly, trashy magazines and talking to my friends. Like, it's a really good time. And I've missed out on so much of doing that because I was embarrassed to be in a swimsuit. I thought people were going to be mean to me, or, you know, make fun of me, or tell me I was too fat to be in a swimsuit. So I've missed out on so many opportunities to lay by the pool and do nothing. And I kind of want to take advantage of that now, because, I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm super confident in a swimsuit, but I did not have any of those moments of anxiety or just fear, you know, while we were out there. Like, it was a beautiful day. We had these great chairs to sit in, you know. There's a bar, like a bar kind of snack place. You can get whatever food they have, or you can order from the restaurant and they'll deliver it to your chair. Like, this was a swanky place, but everything was so awesome, you know. Like, I had an iced tea because I'm not drinking, but Allison and Aaron could have, you know, beer or margaritas or whatever other cocktails, you know, they could order. It was so awesome and so much fun, and it just makes me want to go back in time. And like, every time somebody invited me to like go sit by a pool, I'd be like, dude, you totally should do it. It's awesome. You'll love it. But, you know, to be fair, like, past Carrie probably would not have loved it as much because she was still feeling really insecure about how she looked in a swimsuit. And now I just want to buy a swimsuit that fits me, so I'm not so, like, saggy elephant skin on my butt when I'm getting out of the pool. So yeah, like, it turns out I love it so much I need to buy a new swimsuit so I can do it more. Like, it's a good time. I can't believe I haven't been doing this my whole life. It was so much fun. And then, of course, you know, like, so they'd had cocktails and I was the DD. And we went to Cinetopia, which has 21 and over theater rooms. So you can, like, they have a full bar and you can get wine, and, you know, it's fun times. And we went and saw and I think this is why YouTube wasn't letting me upload my videos. We went and saw a movie in which attractive man and his attractive male friends dance around without their shirts on. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, oh my god, my new favorite movie. I mean, granted, like, it doesn't have a plot, which is great, because I'm not paying money to see this movie for a plot. Like, that was kind of my big complaint with the first one. Like, all this stupid plot was getting in the way. Like, this one, it's them, they're kind of on a road trip, and there's a lot of dancing around shirtless, and it is everything I wanted from this movie. Like, this is gonna be my new go-to movie. Like, if I'm sick, if I've had a bad day, if it's rainy outside, which I live in Oregon, it's rainy a lot, like, this is my new favorite. Oh, I want to put on a movie, but I don't know what I want to watch. Oh, I'm going to put on this one, because it's a delight. So if watching shirtless guys dance around is your thing, you should see this movie. It is great. So yeah, like, Wednesday was a perfect day. Like, I learned that I like sitting out by pools. I learned that being in a swimsuit is not the end of the world. It's, in fact, kind of awesome. And I saw a great movie with great friends. And, you know, even though I couldn't drink, like, I got to drive them around and they could drink, and it was great. So this was a good week, even if I couldn't get my videos to upload. So, like, that's kind of all my news for now. Hope you guys are all doing great, and I will check back in with you Monday, and hopefully, like, I can get back on a decent schedule and not have all these uploading problems. So, fingers crossed. All right, I'll check you guys later. Bye.